It is always a great day to start off at any school in Milford. We have 14 fantastic, amazing schools that we are very proud of each one. Jonathan Law is absolutely no exception. We have our great principal, Fran Thompson, and some student representatives join with us here today. We have our senator from the 14th Senatorial District, James Maroney, our lieutenant governor, Susan Bysiewicz, our superintendent of schools, Anna Kataya, and other representatives from our school system. So truly we are blessed on this day, just a few weeks out before the election 2020, a presidential year, one that everybody is working towards because voting is a fundamental right. It supports and protects all of the other rights that we hold dear in our democracy. It is so important. And as we all work towards universal ballot access, we are doing everything we can to make sure that everyone votes, everyone is at the polls, because this is also a year where we are celebrating 100 years of women's suffrage. You know, just 100 years ago, more than 50% of our nation did not have the ability to vote, did not really have a voice in our great society. And we are still working for a more perfect union each and every day. There are still fundamental rights that we are working towards, still civil rights that we are working towards. And someone who works hard every day, harder than anyone else I know, and has been a force for improving ballot access during her time as Secretary of State, when she brought in optical ballot scanning, really to enhance the security of our voting system, especially these days when there are questions about the sanctity and the security of our elections. She has been at the forefront of making sure that our elections and our voting is safe and secure. She is now our lieutenant governor of the state of Connecticut, a great friend of Milford, a great friend of Jonathan Law, Susan Bysiewicz.
Mayor, thank you so much, and it's great to be at Jonathan Law. Thank you so much for having me in Milford to announce Milford's participation in this very exciting youth voting initiative. And this is a partnership between the Lieutenant Governor's Office and the State Department of Education. And almost 60 school districts across the state of Connecticut decided to make this mock election voting opportunity available to students at their high school. And when I brought this to Mayor Blake, he was immediately on board, and we appreciate the Milford school system participating with us. Why are we doing this? We are doing this because we want our young people to be engaged in civics and voting and democracy. And it's not just about voting. Of course, we want our students to participate and to vote in every election, but we also want them to think about being part of public service, whether it's running for the local town council or board of aldermen, whether it's running for the state legislature, mayor, Congress, or some other office. We want students to be actively engaged in our democracy. And the Commissioner of Education and I, Miguel Cardona, are concerned that 20% of the 20-year-olds vote, but 80% of the 80-year-olds vote. So it's our goal with this program to start young people off on the right foot as they're studying civics in high school. They'll have the opportunity to put forward a mock voter registration form and then vote for president online. We've had more than 5,000 students across the state of Connecticut sign up to participate, and thousands have already cast their vote. The deadline to vote is at the end of today for students in Milford, so we want to remind everybody. And we really appreciate now, at this important moment, Milford participating, because we are just a few days away from the national election. We're hoping students will talk to their parents and remind them to participate as well. And we are hoping that this is going to start students at this high school off voting and participating in every election that they are eligible to do so. And it's also a great way to celebrate the 100th anniversary of women's suffrage, when white women got the right to vote in our country. And we can also tell you that we are celebrating the 55th anniversary of the Voting Rights Act, where people of color in our country got the right to vote. So, Mayor, thank you again so much, and it is a great pleasure for me to introduce Superintendent Kataya to talk a little bit about why Milford is participating in this important program. Superintendent, thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor, and thank you for this opportunity to speak about why Milford Public Schools is participating in this great program. Specifically, in Milford Public Schools, we have a vision of the learner, a vision for all of our learners, preschool through 12th grade, and aligns with the area of citizenship, where we want all learners to be global citizens who think and act beyond self towards service to others and to their community. We also see this as an incredible opportunity to engage in a fundamental exercise in democracy. And finally, as a school system, we feel so passionate about this because we believe engaging in the right to vote is an important cornerstone in our district's work to promote equity and social justice for all. And it's because of those reasons that we feel so passionate about this program and are grateful for the partnership between the state and the State Department of Education to bring this to school systems. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And Madam Superintendent, you are so right that young people have just led the way at every important moment in our history. Just as an example, when young people got involved during the Vietnam War, making sure that young people could vote at the age of 18 instead of 21. That was a youth-driven initiative. We've just watched the Black Lives Matter movement unfold, and that is a youth-driven initiative. So we're excited to see how young people are participating, and we'd love to see more of it. And I would just like to now bring up Jim Messina, who is the Humanities Instructional Supervisor for Milford Public Schools. Jim Messina.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant Governor Bysiewicz. When Milford had the opportunity to engage students in the democratic process, we saw that this was an opportunity we could not pass up. If my math is correct, the students who are seated behind me, Alexis and Angel, will have 17 opportunities to vote for president over the course of their lifetime. So if their classmates take advantage of this opportunity this year, they will have a lifetime ahead of them of civic engagement. I hope that they're inspired by the elected officials that are with us here today so that they can consider engaging in public office to make a change here in Milford, in the state of Connecticut, and across our country. So it was an opportunity we could not pass up to have our students engage in this important process. And so we're very thankful for that.
Great. Mr. Messina, thank you so much. It is my pleasure to bring up the principal of this high school, Fran Thompson, for a few words about the importance of young people voting.
Lieutenant Governor Bysiewicz, Mayor Blake, Dr. Kataya, Senator Maroney, Mr. Messina, thank you all for coming to Jonathan Law High School today. It is our privilege to welcome you and host you to highlight this important project for civic engagement for young people. Our students are committed to this and excited about it because one of the core values of Jonathan Law High School is civic engagement. We are proud to be this community's high school, and because of that, the opportunity for our students to begin understanding the process and participate in that process will ensure that they will have these opportunities as they enter adulthood, and we are just so grateful for this opportunity, and we want to thank Mr. Messina and Dr. Kataya for this collaborative effort, and again, we're so grateful. So thank you all very much for coming. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Senator James Maroney. And James Maroney has a history of being involved in civics and government even before he was 18. We were just talking about how he was part of the American Legion Boys Nation, Boys State program. And I was involved with the Girls State one as well. That is a great program that American Legion puts on to engage young people. And now he is the elected senator from Milford, Senator Maroney.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Bysiewicz. It's always great to be back here at Jonathan Law. I graduated from Jonathan Law in 1992, and my parents graduated from Jonathan Law 50 years ago in 1970. So this is a second home in many ways. This is a fantastic program. Just last week, the students, the juniors here took the PSAT, and on the PSAT, one of the concepts and statistics that they test is that the larger the sample size, the smaller the margin of error. So what does that mean? The more people we get out to vote, the better the decisions we come up with. And it's important for the young people to get involved. As Lieutenant Governor Bysiewicz said, if only 20% of 20-year-olds are voting, that's a small sample size. You're not going to get the right leaders for your group, right, to represent your issues. So we need to make sure that you're getting engaged in voting, but really that's only part of how you need to use your voice. You need to hold all of us elected officials accountable, and we hope to see you come up to Hartford to testify on issues and to learn how to effectively use your voice and advocate for the issues that matter to you. So thank you to the school system for putting this program forward.
Great, thank you. Senator Maroney, thank you so much. You are an elected leader at a young age, and I have to say that we announced Westport youth voting in front of Staples High School, and Senator Haskell, who's 23, beats you by a few years. All right. Here is the best part. Here's the best part of the program, because we have two young people here who are representing the students at Jonathan Law High School, and they're each going to come up and say a few words about why this program is important for young people. So first we'll ask Alexis Broderick to come up for a couple of words.
Hi, I just want to start off by thanking you for allowing me to come here and share why I feel like it's so important. So we're all lucky enough to have this wonderful program now available to all of us here at Law. Law is a huge community. We are all very respectful of each other and all of our different beliefs. So this great opportunity gives us the chance to show everyone like what we all our beliefs and how everyone may be different, but we're still a community, and that doesn't change anyone or make anyone different. So I'm very excited for all of the people who can vote this year that are a part of this program and can show and believe that this is what we need to be done, especially through a couple rough months we've had so far this year. So I feel like this program will really make those percentages go up, especially here at Law, where we're an involved community. So I'm very happy and excited to see how these results turn out.
All right, and I will just share that Alexis and the next young man who will come up did not know that they were going to say something, and I think that Alexis did a great job. Thank you, Alexis. All right, so also another senior, like Alexis, is Angel Santiago, who is going to come up and talk a little bit about why he thinks this program's important. Angel.
Well, first, I would just like to say thank you for being able to voice my opinion today to the broader group. I think that this is a great opportunity for us to be able to really go down to the core values of what America is. Jonathan Law, and most of all, Mr. Thompson, has taught me that as America, we need to get our voices heard. Whether you're a 17-year-old student, whether you're an 85-year-old man, it doesn't matter. We celebrate today a time where young people can now put their voices out there. And I'm so glad today that I could get mine out. And most of all, what this opportunity, what Jonathan Law has taught me, is we're not the Democratic states of America, we're not the Republican states of America, we're the United States of America. And I would like to thank you for the opportunity for us to be able to voice our opinions. Thank you.
Very nicely said. All right. Very, very nicely done. And you can see that the future of Milford and our country is in good hands.